the maiden edition of Matters That Matters. As you can see, you saw that on the opening attached. And this is a podcast where we tend to discuss not just trending issues, but also important matters as the name inclined. And of course, we have wonderful guests to help us trash it the way it should be. You're not just get entertained, but also going to learn. My name is Pearl, and as you can see, I have a full house. So I'll start with my right because it's very white.
Well, I don't have much to say. Like you already know, I'm your wonderful host again alongside Pierre and Sugar Boy. And today, like you all know, is going to be a very wonderful, interesting one. Don't skin the eyes, my man, all the way from the Netherlands. Stay tuned and enjoy yourself.
You're welcome. And the ladies, I'll take the one close to my left, the lady in black.
It's only me, Teddy, baby, pajamas, for the and dazzle, period.
Hello. And to beautiful damsel, the Felly.
Thank you. Hello, people. My name is Stephanie Nasume. I'm a content creator, an entrepreneur, and an actor.
Now you can see I have a full house full of not just beautiful ladies, but Sugar Boy. You didn't tell me Sugar Boy was another name you have. But we'll discuss that later. We have an interesting topic for you today, and I know it's something some of us have been talking about, but we brought it to Matters table today. It is Sugar Daddy Palava. Sugar Daddy is now it's not like an occupation. It's not like what people just look for. What people just want to wake up and even do that. People don't want to work. I don't know why, but I'm going to throw this open to the table. This Sugar Daddy thing, do you see it as a menace or you see it as a blessing? Is anybody taking up the mic first, or I should call someone's name? I think Sugar Boy. What do you think about Sugar Daddy? I know you're not one. Prove me wrong, please.
No, I think I don't actually know what you mean by Sugar Daddy. This is my own understanding about Sugar Daddy. I see Sugar Daddy as those men who has a very, very fat tummy, who are of age, who puts actually their trousers on their stomach, who are not well-kept men, and who are also married men. I could not classify myself as a Sugar Daddy if I eventually was engaged with any of the young girls that are, of course, of age to do the do. I will not consider myself as a Sugar Daddy, but rather I will consider myself as a Sugar Boy. Sugar Boy with the vibes.
Sugar Boy, I think that's for younger men. I'm not saying you're not young, you have a very good physique, don't get me wrong, but
like I just told you, I don't put my trousers on my belly. I don't have a fat tummy, and I don't smell bad. And I think I do every right thing to portray that image of a boy. So, but because I am of age, then I will say I am a Sugar Boy.
I don't think Sugar Daddy has to do with physique if you ask me. I think it has to do with the pocket.
My opinion.
Okay, your opinion, like you said. Let's move to a more younger lady, Dramador. Do you see this Sugar Daddy thing? Okay, what's your perception? Let me not go into much. What's your perception of this Sugar Daddy thing? Young girls of your age, even older or younger, going into? So maybe see it as business now.
To me, I feel this Sugar Daddy of the thing or Sugar Boy of the thing, like it's normal.
Are you serious?
Okay, what on earth would I be doing with a young guy, let's say 23, 25 years old, when a Sugar Daddy can literally pay my bills? Like, you get, if you ask a young guy for money, first of all, before we even give you 100,000 naira, first of all, complain, like, bro, but if you ask Sugar Daddy for, like, they already know that you need the money because they already have the experience that, yes, you need to take care of yourself or not. So, who would I be forcing myself on a younger guy when a Sugar Daddy can actually do those things without stress? So, I'll prefer a Sugar Daddy 100 million times, like, over and over again.
Jamado, you prefer, reiterate that statement. You prefer a Sugar Daddy to a younger boy.
Exactly, that's what.
No, let me not be the one to put it in your mouth. Please say it yourself.
Maybe saying a Sugar Daddy, maybe a Sugar Boy.
Okay, you prefer a Sugar Boy. Can you just reiterate that statement for me?
Over and over, like 300 million, or should I say billion times than a younger guy.
Is it just because of the money?
Actually, like, he has the money, he has the power, he has the resources. So what on earth will I be looking for?
But there's still young guys who have that.
But there are younger guys who has that, yes. but should I say they are not that free with giving, like compared to a sugar daddy. You get sugar if you remember that they'll be like before they give you that money you request for. But first of all want to know, should I say want to paste you on before giving you that money. And what you do get. But should I can actually give you that money without like how much do you want? Just send me your account, or baby I have your account. Little stuff like that, they're just too sweet.
Oh my God. Why don't you have a reaction to that?
Well, I carefully listened to your co-host and the young lady who's on my side, and I will not want to counter them totally because everybody has their mindset and the way they consider things.
That's true.
Mentality matters a lot in our society, and it's quite a pity that a young girl like this is already engulfed in sugar boy, sugar daddy, wahala. Personally, I don't know what a young lady is looking for.
She said she's looking for money, resources, power, taking care of me. That's what everyone wants.
Okay. She just said that a young girl like me, she don't know what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Imagine now, okay, imagine that I don't have what I'm looking for. How else will I be able to look this good? Like you see the hair,
you look good, girl. You look good.
Do you see? Should I get up and do a 360 for you? And bro, are you done?
If she's done, then I can say something.
And then you can go ahead.
You don't have what you do. It is as simple as that. I don't have a problem with our mindset, but it's so demeaning that a young girl is supposed to actually focus her attention on building herself, is building wasteful resources. She's talking about her hair. In the next 2, 3, 4 months from now, this her hair will be less the price of what she bought. Okay, excuse me, I'm not done. Okay. Secondly, whatever she's wearing, it's only new when she busts out of the car. After wearing it, it's called second hand. I guess you know what that means.
Yeah.
So it is not a trendy dress anymore. When I say you are wasting your time on wasteful resources, as a baby girl, you are dropping up and down, showing all your shenanigans. Hello, darling. What can you actually say you are achieving apart from money?
Like, have you seen my rant?
Oh,
Yes. And bro, she said, sorry,
wasting resources.
you're wasting resources. Like, what have you not wasting resources gotten you?
Okay, let me tell you. I'm a young lady, or sure younger actually, that I started a relationship with a man, not my age, like 3 times older than I am. We built our life together. Right now, I am the one controlling the resources. I'm a mom. I am living well. There is everything I need right now at my age, in my home. My time has not been wasted with one sugar man that used me to just while away his bed, while his wife answers all the title, young girl.
Oh,
yes. So, and when I walk with my dignities high. Okay. So my dad, when I was at your age, trust me, I wasn't jumping from one sugar boy to the other. I was busy.
Definitely, this is what she would say.
You have I think you have a question for her.
Of course, I have a question. At this point in your life, do you think it's sugar daddy you need? It's a straight question. I don't think you need a straight answer. I don't know.
If it's a sugar daddy I need
to make it in life.
No, really. Just is that what you need? Like, okay, growing up, okay, I guess both of us we should be the same age range, or I don't know. Growing up, we had this mindset. I want to become a doctor. I want to become a lawyer. Excuse me, young girl. I always want to end before this time. No, I want to do this. I want my mom to see me on TV and say, oh, that's my daughter. I want my parents to be proud of me. I want to carry my father's legacy. Things like that. You should have such dream.
Yeah, of course.
But you see this small, I'm not calling them JC because trust me, you're actually giving them too much room to fly. I'll call girls that are not well, or ladies that were not properly, groomed by their mother. Because a woman that really groomed her child.
I think that's a bit too far.
Okay, I refrain.
Your mother, please. I think that's a bit too far. Thank you.
These girls are just too elaborate with what they want.
The society give them a free hand.
Not in society,
That's
it's
because
education thing. Because I see young girls at age that want to go to school. Do you
I think she's
understand?
in school already.
Okay, fine, good. Go to school, make their parents proud. Do not give name to their parents.
So, ma'am, I get the fact that you're kind of a bit angry, but I think there's something you said about the men being kind of like the curse. I think we have the man in the house. Let him give us an insight on that.
Okay, well, like one of my understanding about this whole sugar daddy, sugar boy, or the Gen Z girls going after sugar, whatever. I believe this thing didn't just started right now.
Okay.
If we learn, let's take ourselves very, very backwards. In those days, there were men they used to call Odionwe in the community, for instance. And when they were going to get married to their fifth wife, that wife would be made way younger than the man. This is something that has been right from time immemorial in this part of this world where we live. We must not make it to sound as if it is a Jay-Z something. When I was growing up, I saw men who were way, maybe 30, 40 years older than their fifth wife. Or you all will definitely agree with me.
You said what?
No.
They said before they became
They did not date.
So is it not getting married to the girl? It's just
No,
married.
but wait,
Maybe
excuse
as
me.
a trophy.
Okay, no, wait. Do you know that in those days it was more easier for you to have a fifth wife?
And it was more easier to get married. I don't waste
Wait,
together.
wait. You know, sometimes also you have to look at the dispensation of time. You see, in those days when a woman was becoming a fifth wife for a man, it was not about climbing ladder. It was not about pathway to success. But in these days now, getting married to the fifth, second, third, fourth, fifth wife is not an easy thing like it was then. So most of the young girls that are doing it right now, they see it now as a pathway for success for them. They see it as a pathway for survival for them. But in those days, it was never a pathway. It was just their way of life. That when a man is okay, I'm not saying it was a pathway, but a surviving means. Some of those fifth wife also was also looking for a man who could feed,
Take care of
who
them.
could
It's the
just
same
feed them.
survival
And it was
thing.
just also the same survival thing. But societal should be the societal disposition in this whole matter should be blamed as the cause of finding young girls getting involved with older men. But in an advanced society, it of course it do happen. You see a young girl of 23, 22 years old falling in love with a 50 years old guy. It happens also. But then it happens only because there's an attraction. It happens only because there is love magnification between the two of them. But in this part of the world, the economic deficiency of this country, there are some young girls today you see looking so flamboyant on the street. They are still thinking of what they will eat the next morning.
No, your potential is different from you. It's like you an escape route. So I'm trying to say that those guys that are into kidnapping, what they are just doing is looking for a shorter way to success.
Kidnapping is a crime. Let me quickly correct this now from you.
Okay.
Kidnapping is a crime.
It's not a crime to lay low with a minor.
No, wait, excuse me. No, wait.
I'm listening.
No, wait. A minor is one that is below 18 years old. When a girl is 18 years old and above, according to law, she has the right to date even a 90 years old man.
She's an adult.
But then, wait, excuse me, she's an adult. But in most cases, people don't want to see it like that because it becomes a moral thing. But it is not a crime when you are 90 years old and you are going out with an 18 years old girl. It is not a crime.
For the men.
It is not a crime whether for the men or for the women. No, listen.
You want to say something?
Can I ask you a personal question?
You can.
With the way I'm looking at you now, it tells that you are very okay financially.
I'm 52 years old.
Are you kidding me?
Okay.
Ah, you're sugar boy.
I'm a sugar boy.
No, you're not still sugar boy, sugar daddy. So looking at you, you're well taken care of, you're looking all cute and all that. Personal question.
Yeah.
With everything you've achieved, your name and all that,
Yeah.
can you see your daughter,
Yeah.
18 years old daughter,
Yes.
that you have been working tireless. I know right now, probably you are still working or you're retired.
Yes.
So the reason why you're working is because you want to give your kids a better future, better than the one you have.
Okay.
So can you sit there and watch your friend on 50
Yes.
go low with your daughter?
Okay, now.
So you say yes.
I want to answer you.
Yes.
No, of course, I want to answer you.
Yes or no?
Wait, I want to answer you. First and foremost, you talk about my friend. When my daughter is 18 years and she's attracted to my friend of 50 years old, that should be the decision of my daughter, not me.
So are you serious?
No, let me finish now. You let me finish. Now, this is what I'm going to do. No, let me tell you why it's even more interesting.
Yeah.
It is because I feel like my daughter of 18 years old should be able to decide what she wants to do with her life. But as a father, I will definitely give her my advice.
And your advice will
Wait, excuse me. I will definitely give her my advice.
Okay.
These are my advice I will definitely give to any of my child that is more than 18 years old. If you are happy with any decision that you make when it comes in terms of how you feel about a man, I would rather my daughter be with a 60 years old man who she has feelings, who she feels something for, she love. You know, listen,
I like that.
you make comparison in two ways. I don't have a child that is born in Nigeria. All my kids are born overseas.
You see?
And I believe, wait, excuse me. And I also believe, like you said, that I have worked tirelessly to see that all my kids succeed in life to be able to make a decision that is compatible for them. Huh? But in peradventure, if my kids were born in Nigeria, and I was a man who can even hardly feed myself, or who can even hardly take care of certain things in my life, and wait, let me finish. No, but this, you know, I'm trying to.
I think everything is still
listen. If I was in Nigeria and I have a 18 years old daughter who is big enough to do what I'm doing, who is big enough to make a decision with the kind of man that she wants to go out with, and she brings a tattered man to the house who cannot even take care of himself rather than even taking care of my daughter, and that man is probably like 60 years old, I probably will really go against it. But if my daughter at the end of the day tells me that, Daddy, I love this man, I will allow her to make a decision. But if I'm not trying in my life, I cannot even take care of myself, and my daughter as 18 years old brings Medwoko to become our husband, my in-law. Now, quickly, I will join both of them in marriage. Whether my daughter is doing it because of the money or because of the feeling, it's her decision. Come, let me tell you something.
That's being greedy to that.
Wait, excuse me. There is something you call greedy, and there is something you call survival of the fittest. If I am in a position, listen, if I am in a position where I need to succeed, so long as I am not the one who has asked my daughter to go and look for a rich man, if she finds one that gives her happiness, gives her the money, honestly speaking, I'm going to support my daughter.
So you're in the school of thought that you can use your daughter as a tool.
No, I'm not. No, you see, sometimes you people, you like twisting people's words. And I'm very listen, and I'm very quite sure that the whole media will want to twist. No, they want to twist it. No, Steffi, that's why I said, you take one word I say to distinguish every explanation and the circumstances I have made right now. That is very wrong.
Okay, let me make
I gave you two instances.
All right.
If I am the way I am today right now, if even my daughter should bring a 60 years old man and tells me that, Papa, this is the man I love, I believe if my kids are watching this program, they will all understand that I am the kind of a father who believes that once my child is 18 years old, they should make their decision. But I will advise them. I will never tell them that you must do this. I will not do that. So long as they are more than 18 years. Sometimes when I say some of these things, if my wife is watching and she cannot testify to it, she will say, no, don't keep telling them that they can make their own decision when they are 18 years old. No, at least as a father, I say, no. I can advise my children and say, babe, or my son, or my daughter, this is what you can do that can give you success. If at the end of the day, my child will say, Papa, this is what I want to do,
Okay.
I will support him so that if there is a mistake tomorrow, I will remind him and say, I told you this thing. before. I will never tell him that you must do it. If this is the decision he makes, I will try to advise him, follow him, tell him the consequences. At the time he's making the decision, I will not run away from my child. I will stick with my child. Let me just finish this very one. But if in the case that I decide to say, you must do this, do you know how many children who run away from their parents and make drastic decisions? And after they make that decision, the things become so bad for them. They don't have anybody to stand with them. But if the decision also goes bad, I'm still going to be there for my child. I must keep that relationship. And in order to keep that relationship, I must respect the decision of a child I have that is above 18 years. And when it does not go well, I will still be there to put his head on my shoulder.
Mr. Host, with everything you said, trust me, you are deviating from the question. You're not talking about marriage. I'm a mom. Are you a mom?
No, not yet.
Okay, he's a dad. I'm a mom. So let me talk to you as a mother, father. As parents, we are just a pathway to our children's success. We are like a passage our children need to go through to either be successful or not. Whether our children becomes great or bad tomorrow, society will still blame us. So the only thing we have to do is to inculcate in them, don't do this, do this.
Guide them.
Please do this. You understand? Guide them, mold them to the best of your knowledge. Because these kids, when they go outside, they see things, they hear things, they become exposed. Most of the things you tell your kids at home, it's not what they do outside. But their friend will tell them, no, don't worry, your mom will not. It takes a child that really has the fear of the parents that will say, no, my mom will beat me, or my daddy will shout at me. So these kids that we are raising, most times, we give them too long hands because we feel when they are 18, they are adults. Of course. When I was 18, the only thing I had in my head was to make my daddy proud. Because my dad and I had a very, very close relationship.
Okay, I think we have a man in the house. Let him react just on the argument. Sir, do you think the men has actually contributed to this, or there's another reason why these girls are running after sugar boy?
Well, you see, I will definitely say that the society we live in this part of the world, it's a major factor to this issue of sugar boy and sugar daddy. Because from where I actually traveled from, where I have lived over 31 years, I believe the society also creates a lot of enablement for things like this not to be able to happen so easily. But you see, this economic situation in Nigeria, it's definitely putting a lot of families into pressures. Some of these young girls find it very difficult. Some of them have this skill acquisition. Some of them have this handwork. But you know how handwork is. The other day we had a party. Imagine some of the guys that were going to work for this lady. They are paid 5,000 naira for this very event, almost about 8 or 9 hours. 5 hours, 5,000 naira. Do you know how much is that? I don't know if you understand.
I understand this.
You see, these are a lot of big challenges that some of these young girls are facing. That at the end of the day, they look at it and say, instead of me going out with these 22, 23 years old, who are definitely going to make life easy for us, who are definitely going to make life so difficult for me, break my heart, don't have anything to offer, the best thing, let me just go for this sugar boy or sugar daddy that can make life a little bit easier for me, no stress that comes with it. These young boys will say, where are you? Where you dey? You know they come. And so I believe these are some of the factors. We must try to understand some of these things.
Sugar boy, don't skinny. I have a question for you. Being a sugar boy, do you have a sugar baby? I think I will. The way you're smiling, it shows that you want to tell us, you want to drop bomb. I know you are enjoying the show. Of course, we're having a sweat time here, but we are due for a short break. Refill your glasses and stay on Matters That Matters. It still matters that thank you so much for staying tuned. I think we're having a sweat time. We are talking about sugar boy, sugar daddy palava. But before we went on a short break, Don Skimmy wanted to drop the bomb and let the cat out of the bag. Should I address the question? Do you have a sugar baby, being a sugar boy?
Well, I think this question is very, very massive. But since it's about speaking the truth on this very program, I will say that, of course, I have a sugar baby.
If it's taking time.
Yeah, no, I know. Well, I have a sugar baby because I have a sugar baby, and I also need to have a sugar baby because I not fit chop ogbolo, make I not chop egusi soup. And the reason why I would like to chop ogbolo also now because now only one life, now we dey live. And because we dey live one life, because if I come out tomorrow now, not day again now, some of these things will come be like, say, you understand what I mean? Now make me use PG. Now make me use PG talk this thing so that people who they not understand correct English, they will understand well. I believe that as a fresh guy like me, fresh guy, you see the way I'm fresh like
you're fresh, you're good. Invitations can come in.
I deserve sugar baby. I deserve sugar baby.
You have just one ability.
Now one I get, one sugar baby. You are vacant.
Please, can you repeat that? What did you just say?
I'm
vacant.
Hey! Even for studio here, sugar baby.
They rush you. They rush you. And that brings me to you, darling. You said you're vacant. Do you have a sugar boy or sugar daddy?
Well,
or benefactor?
Be it sugar boy, sugar daddy, or dogo. I have things like, bro.
You have them or you have just one?
I have things. You can call it sugar boy, you can call it sugar daddy, you can call it odogo, you can call it my money spender, you can call it my recharger.
Oh my god.
Like they're just there. It's normal.
But I want to ask a question. Don't you feel for these men's wives?
Like I don't get they came to me, that's why I went to them. They should know they have a wife before they approach you.
But you just came to one.
Bro.
Yeah, that I think was about you said vacant.
Yeah, because
why you always contradicting yourself, young girl? Is it that this sugar daddy, sugar thing has entered your mind? You cannot even tell what you said or what you
say day vacant, no me say she not available. Me say if I want, she still be available. She still want add me join the ones where she
is. Well, you just said when she said she don't go for them.
No, but now me go decide now if I want to go. But she never the change.
I want to him and tell you want a sugar girl. And then you like, if you want, like I'm available, but I will not walk in and tell you like, do you want a sugar girl? No, they come to me, not me going to bed. I'm a baby girl. Yes, so
you know, a cheap commodity always have multiple buyers.
Expensive one too.
See, expensive one, yeah, expensive one.
You see, this is only the other time. You don't say because my bracket there is a bit. This is how much because I'm married and this and that. If I want to go out, my bro, just one hair out, my your don't have a tone face. Please,
meet, don't say go.
Now you deceive you. No. Now you want to deceive you.
You know whether she get flesh. I mean, you want to show us whether
you know some men, you might be the speckers or the speckers.
No, I understand. You know, men, according to what he said, they like eating multiple and various kind of food. You understand? Different kind, egusi or vegetable. You understand? But if my husband watching this podcast right now, if my husband wants to cheat, he will cheat with a lady that is a lady, not a girl.
How do you know that for sure? Your husband will only cheat with you have agreed already that your husband will cheat.
I'm not agreed. I'm not saying I know. Okay, she said that. I'm not saying I know.
Are you saying your husband will not cheat?
I'm not going to say that here if you cheat or not.
No, we're just asking another question.
Just asking her.
Okay,
like, have you had that thought last time like that?
You know.
No, we come.
Yeah, honestly, about that thought. Yes, I have.
Okay, so but do you know if that woman your husband is cheating with is a baby
girl? Like this.
Like Didi.
A baby girl. No.
I love how bold, like how she sounds so bold and sure, saying that her husband doesn't go around younger. She's telling you. I don't have to tell you. That's the thing. She doesn't have to tell me. No.
I think that was extreme. Don't judge girls like this.
If her husband, you know that I am double. She's there, and her husband there. Forget say you be what. See, forget say you be what. You think you have nothing married. You say you go like me. We never marry. Like we know so we don't marry. No. You see, I'm like this. And anytime I pass, you know I like now. To say without action, but then I double dare you. And I dare you to bring your husband. I'm not bringing him.
She is a baby girl.
Okay, but wait. Is there any possibility for you to try? Okay, maybe your husband eventually might watch this program. You will contact you.
And what you just did,
you just give her your husband social media platform. Make it get.
I am not in that.
Please don't do that.
I am not in that school of putting men
On the spot.
on the spot.
Sorry to cut action. I will take over.
I want to ask you, do you know this lady called Sarah?
Samantha, obviously.
Yes.
That was a good guess. Like, that's actually your mentor.
Obviously.
Our
Okay,
queen.
because you have everything I think he likes.
Really? Okay, you have to like, this is the teacher of this man.
It's not sitting here.
I don't want to ask you that for a question.
We will just use this to grab her to sleep.
Yes. I love the fact that she's so you bring your man. What's your mouth? Yeah. So the
for anything. You're just
reach my standard. I don't even go for your man. I don't reach my standard.
it's not a sugar for my husband.
If your husband gets it, she says she will clear up. Because for her, once he get money and he look clean, he will
Point and key.
That's a I'm not a sugar boy. So as a young girl, how do you know the time with Matthew husband and show?
You don't need this. Don't tell them some things. I think that was a risky step.
because
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed enjoyed this particular episode. This is the beginning of Matters That Matters. And this one was Sugar Boy Palava. We decided to Sugar Daddy Banana Sugar Boy. I want to say a very big thank you to our ladies. Thank you so much for coming. Sugar Boy, thank you. But I have one question for you. I just want this question before we round up. Please, being a man, because they kept saying something that the spec at home and the spec outside is not the same. Is it true? Your sugar baby and your wife, are they the same spec?
Just to be very, very consistent in my answers. If you want me to give you an answer about my wife, or maybe you want me to give you an answer,
it's just the body type only. Is it the same spec of body type? Like if your wife is the plumpy fat type, you still go for the fat at home, or you go for something different?
I don't like fat. I don't like fat, but I also don't like it. I like it beautiful, but I'm not an advocacy of fat. But I like it so cute. Whether it is slim, whether it has a little bit of body, but let it be sweet. That is why I'm married to a very beautiful and sweet wife.
Okay, thank you so much, guys. This is how we draw the curtain on today's episodes and Matters That Matters. And be sure, please, to subscribe to our page, Skilia Home of Entertainment, because we give you a lot of exciting episodes on Matters That Matters. Thank you so much for watching. From everybody here, it's bye-bye.